People sidestep on you, you do hallucinate. Another dimension.
Going to a wedding.
Club game in Australia. Just saying, like, the lads, the salaries are still lower, like, even for like the best players. That's essentially the country.
Fayenga's getting more here than he's getting in Melbourne. The cost of living in Melbourne is at least 1.5 times what it is the exact same team. I looked at the column sheet that played against Bath last week, or Bristol last week, except for number 8.
Maybe in the wrong place.
Sorry?
Maybe in the wrong place. That's the pictures we should have. This is the picture of everything.
Yeah. Oh, really? He's up of it.
So now it's slightly Leinster.
Some finish.
Yeah, nice.
Hold on. Do you remember the team doing out at the end of last night?
Yes,
Last night. I was trying to keep an eye on the feed that I have with this flash scores thing. This was
And they will pick the pictures of the day.
going into it, we're 32-27 down.
Number 11, Number 10, Adamazing. Number 9, Lord Horn. Number 1, Ali Kiva. Number 2, Jordan Turner. Number 3, Andrew Peterson. Number 4, John Cummings. Number 5, Tony Gray. Number 6, Rob Harvey. Number 7, Alan Gillen. Number 8, Captain Ryan Wilson. Andrew Station. Number 16, Fraser Brown. Number 17, Alex Allen. Number 18,
He kicked the first three and he went there and go back quickly. You can check all that. Went there, watch this. Oh no, that's gone straight into standings, is it? Yes.
I think that's it. Yeah, Ham's in charge of it, and the future, like, I think it was played for them in the championship.
What's the name of that person? Flash scores. Has all the different sports from all over the world.
The top team lines of times. This number 15, 10 Holland. 14, Pete Keller. 13, Colin Golan.
That's what you're looking for.
12, Tom Farrell.
That's really brilliant. And you can see
11, Matt Healy.
yeah, and then you just
10, Jack Cappy. Number 9, Keith Gray. Number 1, Dennis Tellyo. 2, Dave Heffernan. 3, Billy Wheeler. 4, Orson Dillon. 5, James Cannon. Number 6, Paul Bowler. 7, Jared Butler in Barton. Number 8, John McKeown. And the substitutes, number 16, Shane Hunt. 17, Peter McKay. 18, Conor Kerry. 19, Ben Rue.
I was just noticed
20, Keith Miller.
you might have a couple games that was played.
21, James Mitchell.
The guy who was playing here.
22, Perry Robinson.
Now
23, Peter American.
Director, are you hearing the director?
Yeah.
It's annoying. Just turn it on. These two.
You got the ref on that on your.
Fire this back on so I can strap it 1 second. Okay, switch that.
Will the owner of the registration 171G 3809 please report to his front gate? That's the owner of car registration number 171G 3809. Please report to the front gate. Thank you.
Do you know why? It's the fifth and the last course on the pass.
But I can set up
That's why
start
that corner there is
the stop. Start.
sorry, mate.
I'll go. Is that okay for you?
I Yeah.
I don't understand much of it, but
I was doing a lot of English for some of the games actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, bit of a big stuff. The winter's coming in now when it starts. It's amazing, isn't it? This is always gas. We get 2 good days of golf a year. This is not the first one of the first day.
Yeah, you got one on the last game actually.
We did actually, yeah, when they played Leinster here. It was pretty fun actually. Sit because I must stand, I can't. Yeah.
Sit if you like there. Stand up, you won't be able to see the high ball.
Enjoy.
Cheers, yeah.
Welcome to this year's World fixture between Connors and Glasgow Warriors. Best of luck to both teams competing today. The 2019 Guinness World War League final will be held at Celtic Park, Glasgow on Saturday, 25th of May. Don't miss out on a great weekend in Glasgow. Back to your team now. And visit WorldWarLeague.org for more information and to buy your tickets.
Paul Boyle from Cade Reeve against the Shane. Captain the Fornia now in Jared Butler on the Cone and Bahas against the Imida Hawk. Agus Shane Mass Lagoon. Well, definitely a good play against Jack Carty and Torsia from Shane to be Quintin and Laura. Agus Farrell against Godwin and Torsia flew and Lord Torquette. Healing on Agus O'Connor and Kelleher Freshen. The Nuggets new and Leonard Law. Hit him. Wrestler put in Lodge around the Dave Rennie, Ali Kevin, George Turner, August Sander Fagerson,
So I'll be able to. You can hear me, can you?
You hear me okay?
Yeah.
You hear me? Good.
Okay.
Look, turn me up there, maybe. Top.
This one.
Any better?
Yeah.
Not better, yeah.
No.
Does that make it better for you?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
Tommy Seymour, lads who have doodled with on Gene California.
queue or anything?
No, there's 5 seconds one lead and then can you hear?
No. Sean Forrest on World Feed Commentary to trucks. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Should I get a cue to start World Feed Commentary?
Nothing. World Feed Commentary is dead. They're not hearing anything.
I can hear it now. I can hear the.
Stop by.
No, you're two.
Dave Rennie brings a side packed with international experience in the sports ground. The back three, Stuart Hogg, Tommy Seymour, DT H. Van der Merwe. Real threat. George Hearn and Adam Hastings are at half-back. Very youthful partnership, 23, 22 respectively. Well, 3 wins in the pre-season friendlies. Makes his debut in the centre alongside Thomas Farrell, while Quaylen Blake and Jack Carty.
Want to use this one? Try that one.
His match referee is Ian Davies. Ollie Hodges is the TMO. Opening day here in Connacht of the Guinness Pro 14 Championship. Look, hairstyle for Stuart Hogg, tight trim, and he will get the game underway. Glasgow in the sky blue shirts playing from left to right. Bright sunshine at the sports grounds. Are we in for a really open game? A little error at the start. Going forward, it looks okay. Glasgow hand. Come away with the ball out of the 22. Both sides looking to make a big statement on this opening day. Wilson. To the 10-metre line. Reasonably quick recycling. He's going to step by Horn, the defence closed down. Good tackle comes in from Owen McKeown. Buckler just had to get out of the way quickly there. First carry for him. Again, Glasgow go through the hands, looking to move it wide. Hogg, little chip into the 22, Tiernan O'Halloran has to turn and chase, he's going to win the race. Oh, it's a try right at the start, is it for Van der Merwe? Beautiful chip ahead. Wonderful finish. Well, Michael Swift is alongside me. Michael, some start to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and the conditions dictating the start of the game is some quick ruck ball and the Glasgow scoring in the corner. I think Tiernan O'Halloran was in two minds whether to come up, and in the end kind of got caught in no man's land, and in the end it was a race to the line, and Glasgow get off to the perfect start.
Yeah, kind bounce, but Van der Merwe is plenty of pace. And on the turn, no real chance for Healy and O'Halloran to get back.
Yeah, and looking at Connacht, the first kind of couple of phases in defence, you would have thought that it would have been a bit more aggressive, considering it's the start of the season. But they were a little bit passive, and it shows what, and Glasgow can show what they do on the back of a couple of quick executions, a quick ball.
Peter Horn, bright yellow or day-glow green boots. Judy, 5 metres in from the touchline. He was practicing from out here, and successfully earlier. That just drips to the left-hand side of the post and wide. But what a start for Glasgow.
Yeah, and Connacht, I suppose, will have to put that out at the back of their mind now and try and start afresh to build some momentum. Probably the worst start they could have hoped for. But now look, Jack Carty kicking off, and hopefully they'll, for their sake, they'll try not to regain.
Covered by Connacht. Dave Heffernan came racing through, just couldn't hold on to the ball. So good chase up the touchline there to win it in the first effort.
Yeah, and the first scrum, listening during the week, Glasgow Warriors co-captain Ryan Wilson, he definitely said he placed a big emphasis this year on the Warriors set piece. So they'll be looking to make a big impression early on in this game against a Connacht front row which is full of experience.
Dennis Buckner, Dave Heffernan and Finlay Beelan going up against Oliver Keble, George Turner and Xander Fagerson. Well, quick ball away. Glasgow get the ball out the full width of the pitch. Hogs coming around.
Yeah, worrying times early on. Glasgow are getting way too much easy yardage early on. Promising for Glasgow, but from a defensive point of view, Connacht will be looking to try and kind of improve the communication out wide.
Just a toe on the touchline from Hogg.
Yeah, lovely day today for conditions, so no excuses really for hopefully a successful line out.
Oh, clean win, but pressure on Blade. Looks for a little gap, but he's swallowed up by sky blue shirts. No scrum half there, of course, at the back of the ruck when Blade is tackled with ball in hand. This is better from Connacht. Again, very quick from Glasgow. Great line speed. Kyle Godwin on his debut, showing a little bit of what he can do. Home crowd cheering him on. The ball moved wide now by Connacht. Oh, there's a little bit of space. Great break by Butler. Connacht into the 22. Support coming now. The ball is there. Lovely recycling. Well, there's a roar from the crowd. Was the ball knocked on deliberately, but they rumble on. Delan this time. Ball nicely presented. Glasgow looking to disrupt the ball at the breakdown. Godwin calls a change of direction. Oh, the pass was forward. And then an infringement on the ground, and a scrum turned into a penalty. A little bit of indiscipline from Connacht.
Yeah, that was much better play from Connacht. From Connacht's point of view, it's great to see the early interchanges between Carl Godwin and Tom Farrell. And Tom Farrell starting off the season as he finished it last year. I think he was one of the top offloaders in the Pro 14. And a lovely little right-handed pass to Carl Godwin, his centre partner, that created the space for Connacht. But unfortunately, they couldn't utilise and couldn't finish it off. And that was, I suppose, the last season was some of the issues that they were having. They created a lot of opportunities and just couldn't. The final killer passes we're seeing here from Omi Keown just didn't go to hand. But a promising start now from Connacht, and hopefully they can, from their sake of view, they can build on it.
Glasgow winning good possession from the line, getting a maul moving forwards. Connacht in fringe though. Ball's there for Glasgow. Still the advantage as they throw the ball wide. Grigg was coming onto it. Attempt to flick the ball out of the back of the hand to Seymour. I said it was Van der Merwe scored. It was Seymour, of course, so the try scorer. Former Ulster player. Well, they go back for the penalty. Jared Butler penalised for his entry to the maul.
Yeah, and referees this year are going to be heavily trying to pick up on that. They want to, you know, in terms of the mauls, Jared Butler, Ian Davis there to come in from an offside position. And Glasgow now will be looking to kick the ball and find some touch and try and build some momentum.
Well, the last one, Hogg found good distance despite being tight to the touchline. He's 5 metres in again. We'll look to pump this one close to the 22-metre line. Didn't quite make the 22.
Yeah, as you can see there, Jared Butler coming in from a side angle and giving away a penalty.
Cummings, big jump and catch in the middle of the line. And Glasgow fancy trying the maul once again. Fagerson carrying at the base. Now the maul moved away, Horn. Well, the pass got to Hogg in midfield and he's swallowed up by green shirts. Did really well to just hold possession for a second or two so the support could come. Didn't cough up possession. Cummings into contact. Fagerson has to act as the scrum half, decides to pick and rumble around the corner. See can he set up a better platform. Oliver Kebbell, the second prop forward on this occasion. Well, it doesn't quite go to hand, intercepted. Healy, lovely little pop-up off the ground. Heffernan coming in support. Heffernan, plenty of pace for a hooker. Delan avoided the first tackle but then brought to ground. Managed to release the ball. Connacht get it through the hands again. Both sides showing willing to get the ball wide early. Well, this Glasgow player was sure the ball was at. He got a shout no of the referee. Wilson not allowing Connacht to take it quickly.
Yeah, you can see the early influences there from the under the guidance of Andy Friend from his sevens background with Australia. Guys, forwards and backs, looking for soft shoulders, looking for the little offloads, and the quality of pass being excellent.
Ian Davies marches Glasgow back, brings the penalty to the 10-metre line. Jack Carty will try and punt this as close to the corner flag as he can. He's found touch. And the Connacht supporters willing the referee to stop moving away from the corner flag, but he's come out 12 metres maybe. Still great field position for Connacht.
Yeah, great opportunity now for Connacht to try and show some dominance here, whether it be a drive or deciding to go out wide to the backs. A lot of these times now they're using Jared Butler at the front.
Well, a little help from the touch judge coming in there as a penalty coming. Ollie Kebbell penalised for taking out the lifter.
Yeah, that's recently come in as the directive. Obviously, safety of paramount importance, and line out can be a dangerous place. And with the laws now not being able to sack the lifter, obviously for good reason. If a lift is taken out, it leaves the catcher of the ball very, very exposed. So a right decision there by Ian Davies.
Change of law you favour, no doubt, Michael?
Absolutely. Look, safety is of paramount importance, and you've seen it in the last 18 months that World Rugby have really taken this on board, and it's great to see.
Oh, the game getting so much exposure, so many new players coming into the game. Numbers growing everywhere. As Michael says, the safety really, really key.
Yeah, it's an important kick for Jack Carty this now. I think last year in the Pro 14 he had a 75% kicking rate, and by his own standards it's probably not quite where he wants to be. So for his sake he'll be trying to up the ante this year in the stats.
Well, he would have practiced these over and over again. Just the slightly tricky angle for the right-footed kicker. Makes it look very, very simple though. Connacht onto the scoreboard. and a fair reward for their efforts.
Yeah, and it's a good start to response now from Connacht, and Jack Carty will be delighted now to get on the score sheet and give Connacht the first 3 points. Interestingly here, Connacht are lining up on a restart with 4 pods of 2. It's an interesting tactic. It does leave you exposed out back, but it's kind of saying to the Glasgow kicker, well, you kick it long because we're covered up front.
Well, Hogg goes reasonably deep, but great height on it. Van der Merwe, just a little shove on the Connacht player who was waiting for the ball to drop.
Dave Rennie will be absolutely livid with that decision there by Van der Merwe. Connacht are in their 22 under pressure, and a very, very soft penalty. That gives the ability now for Connacht to move on to the halfway line.
Yeah, Carty finds touch, didn't try to get too much out of it. It'll be a Connacht line out, half a metre short of the halfway. Van der Merwe might have been a little bit ahead as well when we get to see the replay.
Yeah, there was absolutely no way he was going to get the ball there.
Cannon wins in the line out, the ball back to Dave Heffernan at the base. Glasgow defending well. Blade has a little look down the blind side. Glasgow just attacking the broken play there to test out the player bridging over the ball. Make sure he is protecting the scrum half. Carty kicking back, sees good space. Van der Merwe was up. Which way will it bounce? Van der Merwe doesn't quite get there now. This is where we might see the new law coming in, Michael.
Yeah, exactly. But look, great play there by Connacht, and I think in the last couple of seasons, they may have been guilty. A lot of possession, but not enough go-forward ball. So I think there's definitely an emphasis here to bring a bit more physicality to the first kind of hit-up plays. And we saw it there by the forwards carrying it up, and Cian Kelleher out wide on the right wing looks very, very dangerous. By all accounts, he's had a fantastic pre-season, injury-free, for a guy whose probably career has stalled a little bit in the last couple of years. Big expectations when he moved from Leinster a couple of years ago, with a bit of controversy at the time. But for him to get the nod ahead of Eddie Loken today was a big nod from Andy Friend to say, to Cian, go out there and show me what you can do.
Owen McKeown looks to be in a bit of trouble here. Their makeshift strap, maybe the shoulder's gone, shake of the head. That's the end of his afternoon. Looks to be in a lot of discomfort.
Oh, that's just hugely disappointing for Owen McKeown. You have a whole pre-season, tough week in, day out, and to get injured, which looks a pretty serious injury in the first game, in the first 15 minutes of your first game, is hugely disappointing for the guy.
Gallagher in. Heffernan coming on the loop. Oh, there's penalties coming again here for Connacht. Are inside 10 metres. Advantage still being played. They're up to 6 metres out. Carty almost slipped away from the tackle. Second tackler arrived. Beelum on the burst. The ball squirts loose. It's gone backwards. Connacht still have it. Look to find a hole in the defence going the other direction. Jared Butler dipped the shoulder but couldn't quite find a way through. Crossfield kick to... Oh, it's going to be a try for Connacht. Cian Kelleher stayed wide. Carty spotted him. Clever play. Well, Halloran was out, was it? The man out wide. Yeah,
a lovely bit of vision there in Cian Kelleher opening the score sheet, but a lot of patience shown by Connacht, with a little bit of sprinkling of bloody little offloading game as well. Once again, Jared Butler that started the move, the option of the line out. I think that's his second take, and he's turning into quite a safe pair of hands at the front of the line out. Jack Carty almost made it, decided to not go for the try line, brought it back, and a couple of hit-ups later, and it was a great bit of vision that the Glasgow defence had been sucked in, and an easy score for Cian Kelleher.
And had the presence of mind to just come in field a bit, make the conversion that bit easier.
Yeah, and from Glasgow's point of view, they've been, I suppose, a bit guilty of what Connacht were in the first couple of minutes, a bit passive in defence, and rather than meeting the attacker on the gain line, soaking away, letting the Connacht players get over the gain line, and we can see what can happen with the vision of Jack Carty.
And Carty, similar position to his penalty, a little bit nearer the line of the posts. No mistake again from Carty. And good recovery for Connacht, try for Cian Kelleher. And they open a 5-point gap.
Yeah, Jack Carty, he always has that vision. He's never shy in confidence to try the crossfield kicks, and when it comes off like that, it's an easy score for Cian Kelleher. But for Glasgow now, they'll be hoping to put some pressure now on this restart and not give away any silly penalties like they did in the previous occasion.
Well, Hogg certainly gives the chasers a chance. He gets great height and hang time on these dropouts. There we go again. Oh, Van der Merwe definitely had a chance of getting the ball that time and got hands to it. Line out taken quickly by Glasgow, looking to spin, catch Connacht off guard, but the Connacht defence swept across. Kebbel, lovely little pop-up pass. Hastings, is there a man over here? Van der Merwe racing into the 22. Oh, good chasing tackle. Ball bobbled around loose. Referee perfectly placed, didn't go forward. Rob Harley was the first one in support. Glasgow, great response now to that Connacht score. Can they turn it into points on the board? Just trying to turn the ball, slow ball into quick ball, and the space opens up. George Turner saw his opportunity and raced away unopposed. Where were the Connacht defence?
Yeah, and Peter Wilkins, the defence coach for Connacht Rugby, will be absolutely livid there. You know, it's a golden rule. If there's a ruck formed, you sort out your pillar and your A defender first of all, and then build from inside out. But to be fair to George Turner, he saw the opportunity and scored. And you know, he has a sniff for the try line. I think he scored 4 tries in 19 appearances last year, so that's not a bad strike rate for your hooker. I think the reason, because it's such a quick ball generated, that Connacht were trying to get into position. But as I said, because of the execution of the ruck was so efficient by the Glasgow players, there was just no opportunity to get there.
Well, less than 20 minutes on the clock, 3 tries scored. Sides level on 10 points. Horn has this conversion opportunity to put the visitors 2 points in front. Yeah, good kick from Horn. Missed the first conversion from way out wide, but gets that one. Glasgow in front again.
Yeah, and look, when you play against Glasgow, you know they're going to be brutally efficient at the breakdown. They always try and manipulate a ruck and create quick ball with the minimum of players. And you saw there was a fantastic clear out. I'm not sure who it was by, but it just allowed George Turner the open up the space to score the try.
Little change of direction from Carty. Van der Merwe was aware. Horn, George Horn that is, trying to sneak down the blind side, but a foot in touch. His brother Peter playing in the centre.
But 20 minutes in, you can see the conditions are really dictating the type of game we're seeing today, and it's fantastic from a neutral point of view. Free-flowing rugby, which is what the crowd have come to see. Connacht have changed their line out a little bit here.
Gray got a hand in, but it's been won by Connacht under a little bit of pressure. Oh, Blade fumble, but he kept his eye on the ball. Good strength from Thomas Farrell. A little bit of crawling along the ground with the ball and popped up nicely to Paul Boyle. Academy player, settled in well though to the game of this level. O'Halloran into the line from fullback. Stopped on the 22. Oh, Blade struggling a little bit. Glasgow slowed it right down here. Blade in 2 minds, goes to Delan. Accelerating into 2 tacklers. And Blade wins the penalty and taps and takes quickly, but doesn't find support with the pass. Healy scooping the ball off the ground. Blade under pressure. Oh, regretting now not taking the shot at goal, I'm sure. Well, can he retain that decision? Can Connacht and his teammates help? There's another penalty coming. Carty Nearly got isolated, but good body position. O'Halloran, great feet from him, charging into Hogg. Oh, there's a lot of penalties counting here. Oh, what a take from Beelum, and he's in. What brilliant play. Oh, more like a back row or a centre from Beelum. Came on a brilliant line, and the big smiles in the crowd of the sports ground.
Yeah, it was a lovely pass by Caelan Blade. From a Glasgow point of view, it was your worst nightmare because from the defender's point of view, in your vision, you had Alton Deland running at you. And because Beelum was just beside him, the defender didn't know who was going to get the ball, and Beelum ran a fantastic line and scored, in the end, a really easy try. Yeah, you just saw there, the defender was just drawn in to Alton Deland. Lovely little movement. And from that, I think it was the second row, Scott Cummins. And from that, there was no stopping Finlay Beelum from there with a clear running. But, you know, the attack all came from Tom Farrell, who made some hard yards there with a leg drive. And he was been outstanding last year for Connacht. I think it was their Player of the Year. And, you know, he has been touted as a potential bolter for for Joe Smith's World Cup squad.
Yeah, I guess if you're the defence and you see Alton Deland and Finlay Beelum, you're going to assume it'll be Deland will take the ball.
Well, that's it exactly, and that's what you want. You want multiple options from a scrum half point of view. Caelan Blade, you know, maybe he even was passing for Alton Deland there, but in the end, it went to Finlay Beelum, who had a clear run in.
Well, different style of kick that time from Carty, but just as effective. Beelum's try converted, and Connacht, great response. 5 points in the lead again.
Yeah, and if you're Dave Rennie, you'll be scratching your head really. They started so positively, but the defence has really let them down. And as I said, that unusually for them, their aggression around the breakdown in defence has been lacking, and Connacht's ability to generate quick ball, we can see how dangerous the backs can be.
Oh, Van der Merwe gets up and wins this time. Lovely little handoff. Was it forward? No, touch judge right in place. Caelan Blade is
we've looked good with the
appealing.
ball at times. I think we, when we show a bit of patience, we're really working hard for our scores. We've let them in for 2 soft ones, which is disappointing. But you know, if we can keep our hands on the ball, play with that tempo and the intensity that we are showing at the moment, then you know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Had to rip it out. Hogg in the line. Thought about the pass. But the defence had the attack outnumbered on that occasion, so Hogg made the right decision, set up another platform, patient play from him. Crossfield kick comes, Kelleher has to get up, Van der Merwe came in. Well, there's no one at home, long clearance, Stanfield. It stayed in play. Oh, slow chase from Connacht. Was that touch to hand? The attempted block down. It's a way to touch anyway.
Yeah, both tens are seeing the crossfield kick as an option today, but on that occasion, Cian Kelleher saw that coming, even though it was a low trajectory kick, managed to put enough pressure on Van der Merwe, and it fell nicely for Tiernan O'Halloran to gain about 70 metres.
I'm hearing the director. Yeah. He's not saying anything to me, though. Line out now for Connacht just in the Glasgow half. Cannon rises and wins. Well, the defence read that one. Kelleher coming in from the right wing. Oh, Heffernan right on the gain line, taking the pass on the burst. Blade has to rummage to get the ball out, does so. Buckley soft pass, but again well read. Shout of them all came. Now they go to ground. Which way will the decision go? Yeah, carried in. Connacht just couldn't get the ball out quickly enough. Good work from Johnny Gray.
Yeah, despite the efforts of Dave Heffernan, who made a great run just previous to that, it hit James Cannon, and I think, you know, James Cannon, he has a very strong attributes in the game, and he dictates and controls the line out very well. But as a ball carrier, sometimes he can get caught high, and we saw there he was wrapped up by Johnny Gray and Scott Cummings there, textbook wise, and there's only going to be one outcome there. When it doesn't have to roll away when the mall's called, it's a great turnover for Glasgow in a fantastic position with both left and right options available.
Yeah, Buckley's quick hands, if anything, put more pressure on Cannon than less, and Johnny Gray was able to flick off the tackle on Buckley and concentrate on the new ball carrier Cannon and win the turnover. Penalty, front rows go down.
Yeah, Dennis Buckley wasn't giving a good picture there. It's all about how you're showing yourself division to the referee, and Ian Davis deemed Dennis Buckley's position there to be wrong and guilty of collapsing the scrum.